I think I might know what the problem is. So I'm off to Melbourne to speak at an event, and while I'm down there, I'm going to take the opportunity to go to the wave pool, because if I didn't, I feel that would just be rude. So I'm going to take you on the journey down to Melbourne, catch a few waves, and I'm going to show you the other side of what it is I do when I'm not in the OMBE studio. Must be my lucky day. I've been upgraded to a Mercedes. Fancy. So I think when they decided to upgrade me, they had no idea that I was about to put surfboards in here. One seat. These seats must be able to go down. Huh. No, it's not going very well, but it is an adventure. I feel really stupid. There's got to be an easier way of doing this. Okay, I might have to go for a different option here. I have got no idea how you put these seats down. I've got no idea. I don't think it's possible. I don't think that they fold down. I'm going to try and put all the boards on the front seat. Oh, I think I found it. Hey! All right. Look at that, it's like they were designed to fit inside this car. Once you know how to put the seats down. So you can, oh, that was a bit of a mission, but you can tell that I'm not used to driving a fancy pants car, because I tried to push the boot down and it was really stiff. Turns out you just press a button and it does it for you. So yeah, it's a very nice car, but yeah, I prefer my ute, to be honest. I'm probably going to look like a bit of an idiot here, but I got no idea how to put it into drive. I can't find the geary thing. The gear stick. I'm used to driving a manual and there's no gear stick. There is no gear stick. Mercedes obviously maybe use the power of your mind. And now the radio's asking,
what do you want to do?
I want to know how to drive the car.
Can you say that again, please?
Yes.
What can I do for you?
Show me where the gear stick is. Even the computer doesn't know. Here it is. Just there, you can see it. Okay, so stayed at this hotel a number of times. The really convenient thing with this hotel, it's directly across the road from Urban Surf. So don't even need to put shoes on. You can just walk across the road and you're straight at Urban Surf. But let me give a quick tour of the rooms. Nice comfy bed. Give you some lovely biscuits. Nice little bathroom. So what more could you want? And how convenient. That is the place for us I'm staying. Every time I come down here, I pay for my own room. Not been sponsored. So if anyone is coming down to Urban Surf and you're thinking, well, that's where I stay across the road. So much easier. Any surfer who's travelled with boards before will know that one of the most daunting things is, are your boards going to turn up? Well, first of all, are your boards going to turn up at your destination? And secondly, are they going to turn up untouched? One thing I'm really worried about here, so I've got 3 boards. One of them, Clay's asked me to bring down for someone who he shaped a board for. So I've actually got a client's board in here as well. So I'm really hoping that they haven't been damaged in transit. So let's open up the bag and find out. Here we go. That looks good. The nose is fine. So my board's fine. That's good news. So this is the one which I've brought down for Clay. I'm not actually going to unpack it. I'll let the guy do it later on when I meet him. In here, brought down my 2-2. I've also brought down 3-2. I'm going to do it before the chat bottom of it. Good on the nose. Let me show you how close it is. So this is a hotel. That is Urban Surf. You can see it on the tankers there. So, hotel, Urban Surf, one road. That's all it is. Couldn't get much closer. So I don't know how bad the wind noise is going to be because it's a bit of a breeze running down here. But randomly, these two amazing ladies came up, Sam and Audie, travelled all the way over from California, and they're meant to be coming out to the Gold Coast. So I don't know if I should have done this, but I've invited them around to come and skate on the ramp. If you're travelling from that far across the world, then I think all we can do is get them to come and say hi. I'm going to go and watch them surfing. They've asked me to not film them, but I'm going to see if I can coach them from the wall. So I've just come back from being over at the wave pool, and as I mentioned, there was a couple of amazing ladies that have travelled all the way over from California to come over and surf, and they told me that they came over to Australia because of OMBE. Now, I think I can speak for the entire crew at OMBE, is that when we started this whole idea of going online and talking about surfing, we had no idea the amount of reach that we would get and the impact that we would have. And I stood on the side of the pool and I coached them, and I didn't film them. I promised that I wouldn't film them because they were worried about how they'd look on camera. So I promised I wouldn't film them. But I stood on the side of the pool and I tried to coach them through their session for an hour. And they were genuinely blown away that I would spend my time with them. But I'm genuinely blown away that somebody would travel all the way from California to come and surf in Australia, apparently because of OMBE. Like, what we've created here at OMBE has surpassed everything that I think that we thought we were going to create. And we're so happy to have a community of people that are so amazing, that are out there helping each other. We see it in the app, we see it on social media. Everyone's out there helping each other. And it's great to actually meet people face to face and to just hear their story and help them through their surfing challenges. It doesn't matter what level they're at. There's something amazing about it. I genuinely feel quite touched today by that experience. So yeah, anyway, I gotta get myself psyched because I'm surfing in a couple of hours. Yes. So down here on my own, was just gonna do my own thing, just practice on the things that I wanted to practice. For me, one of those is releasing tension. And even when I'm not near Clayton is still trying to coach me. He sent me this voice message.
Hey Ant, have a good trip to Urban Surf. Just remember, don't overthink it, but you need to do a bear hug into a drop the knee, but use the hands and angle the wrists and twist and look at the foam. Don't look at the middle or the bottom of the foam, try to look at the top of the foam and hit the top of the foam. And when you drop back into the wave, drop the knee, look at the top of the wave and try to lift. Don't push too hard. Breathe, mate. You got to breathe. I think you hold a bit of tension in your breath. So exhale on the bear hugs and you should be fine. But yeah, enjoy yourself. Don't overthink it. Have fun.
So there we go. Bear hugs. Got to take that into the pool. Now I feel like I'm being watched again, even though he's not here watching me. So I'm heading over to the pool now. In total, I'm doing 5 sessions while I'm down here. All of them are advanced sessions, mixture of left and right. Some of them turns, some of them barrels. I'm doing 3 today, and then I'm doing 2 tomorrow morning, and then I'll have to head down and speak at this event. But super pumped to get back in the wave pool. The ultimate surfers playground, Urban Surf. landing way, stack the takeoff, and I've taken the nose off my board. So board switch up, new board, let's go again. Case of the curse of the dreaded wall. It's snapped. Bugger. So I ended up going in on my green board, which was the first board that I ever rode in this pool. Interestingly, barrel section, I managed to get really deep in the barrels, made it out of one, and the rest of them I got taken over, but it held really nicely inside the barrel on this one, and I was worried because it's a quad setup, and it's also swallowtail. I was worried it was going to drive me too fast down the line, but I actually really enjoyed riding it. So I'm doing turns on the left a little bit later on. I have to ride that board again. So yeah, interested to see how it goes, doing more turns with it being a quad. But it was a super fun session. Even if I did break the nose on my board, it was a super fun session. Okay, now this isn't meant to be a car review. However, this hire car that I've been given really confused me today. I'm pretty tall, and so I need to move the seat back. I've ended up having to YouTube how to put the seat back. Turns out, let me show you whereabouts this actually is. It's this thing on the side of the door. This is my seat. Look, forwards, backwards. I never would have known that it was that obvious. Oh, and one other quick thing. I found the gear lever in the end. Let me show you whereabouts it is. Turns out this is my shifter, where the indicators are meant to be, not where a shifter's meant to be. I keep on taking it out of gear when I go to indicate, because on my truck, this is my indicator. Anyway, it's enough whinging. Okay, so it's time to go for the next session. Left turns, advanced, on the green board, because the other one is buggered. Oh, fucking crap. Oh, just as I took off, my left leg is clamped up. This happened last time I was here. Come out, but I feel like I held it for a while. So we'll see what it looks like on the GoPro. Hopefully I had the angle right this time. But yeah, that was a fun session. The cramp wasn't very fun though. Okay, so just finished the last session. 3 sessions in total, very eventful. So got to coach some really cool people that have travelled over from California I snapped the nose of my high performance board. That high performance board actually hasn't seen the ocean yet. It's only actually been surfed inside a wave pool. And every time I've ridden it here, I've hit the wall with it. And so I ended up riding the green board, which was the first board that I ever rode at the pool. And I have been very happy with how it's performed in the water. Although I did just see a bit of footage back and I'm still surfing flat. So I've got 2 sessions tomorrow morning to try and fix my flat surfing. But I'm pretty exhausted. Oh, one thing that did happen was I got cramp in the pool again during the final session and had to miss out on an entire set while I tried to get my leg to stop cramping up. But otherwise, apart from that, it was all good. So anyway, I need to get some sleep. So it's day 2. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I've got 2 sessions. One on the right turns, and then my nemesis. I've got to get on the left and do some barrels. See if I can actually make it into one, let alone make it out of one. I'm somebody that's normally not that bad with the cold, and I'm feeling a little bit chilly this morning. My word, somebody is over there in a shorty wetsuit. I think I just need to suck it up and stop complaining. So after watching the footage last night, I don't think I listened to Clay's voice message properly because I didn't do anything that he said. So this morning is going to be about the bear hug. It's going to be about doing the aeroplane wings and trying to drop that knee as I come back round. So I'm confident on the turns, not so confident on the barrels. I reckon I'm definitely not going nose to the beach enough. Last wave I lost a lot of power very quickly. I think it's because I was out in the flats. I'm a bit pissed off with this setting. I just don't seem to be able to get this. It's a worry because I know what to do, but I just can't do it. At least the sun is. That's a class, I suppose. So, final session at the pool. I'm not very enthusiastic, do I? But I had a lot of fun, but that backhand left barrels, I just cannot figure it out for the life of me. I did notice though on that last one, I've got a really weird knee, the way that my arms and my knee are, can't really explain it, but there's just this weird, I think like my knee's on the outside of my arm, so I'm not getting around enough. But whew, I've damaged all the boards I've brought down. I've damaged my body and getting slammed into the floor. And the worst thing is I've damaged my freaking ego. I honestly thought I was going to nail that. Just don't feel that I was moving my body right today. So I'm going to get a coffee now, and then I've got to go and, the main reason why I'm down here, go and do a gig. Okay, so I've finished at the wave pool now for this trip. And now I've got to go drive down and meet my manager for the speaking gigs that I do, and then I'm going to go and do a gig. So I want to give you a bit of a insight as to what it is that I do when I'm not behind the camera for OMBE, or I say behind the camera when I'm not in front of the camera for OMBE. I'm going to show you a bit of what it is that I do outside of that. Now, the thing is this, the event that I'm doing is actually down in Torquay. So if you're watching this in Australia, you'll know where that is. If you're watching this anywhere else, that's where Bells Beach is, where there's some really amazing breaks. Now the wind is really bad today, but if I get down there with enough daylight left and the wind isn't too bad, then I am going to try and get another wave in down there. So fingers crossed the wind is all right. Fingers crossed there's a little bit of swell. So I can see the beach, well I can see the sea, and right out to the horizon there's just white caps everywhere. I don't think there's going to be any surf. I think it's just going to be a big bunch of blown out
250
mess.
meters, they're left to enter the car park.
Let's go and do a surf check. Maybe that might sound better. So it's just totally blown out. If the wind had been lighter, it would have been real fun out there, but never mind. I've lots of waves at the wave pool. Okay, so clearly not going surfing, so I'm going to head up to the venue where I'm doing the show, and maybe watch some backside barrel riding videos, see if I can figure out what the hell it is that I'm doing wrong. Okay, so here's the thing. I've just been watching back some footage on my laptop. And this was from last time I went to the wave pool and the last time that I did the left-hand backhand barrels. And looking at what my body was doing, because whatever I was doing last time, I was doing it again this time. I think I might know what the problem is. So let me show you what I found. So look at my body position, so I'll try and pause it. Now, every single time I go into a barrel, you'll see that both of my knees are always pointing that way. It's almost like this knee here is stopping this shoulder coming around so that I can go forwards. Let me play it for you. Watch. So, and it goes poof, over. Watch again. Hand goes down between. See, I tried to get the knee out of the way. Again, hand goes down. And again, hand goes down, both knees are pointing forwards. Every single time my knees are pointing forwards, watch. Oh, this one I miss it. This one I miss it. Let me go back to the beginning again. Let me go back here. But watch. Watch. See, knees forwards. But if you look at the knee positions here, look how the knees, they go forwards. They end up going forwards here. But his head is facing that way there. The board, my board was a little bit more towards the beach, but watch how, as he's going into the barrel, his knees pointing more forwards. Mine's right out to the side, and you'll notice, see how the knees are all forwards. My knees are both pointing this way here. So I need to kind of get this knee to not get blocked by that arm. And I need to be leaning forwards a lot more. I need to be more in a sprinter's stance, but it doesn't feel normal. Despite the fact that I got really frustrated in the pool this morning on that very last wave where I went over the falls again, as I was doing it, I felt something weird going on with my legs. It was like I'd suddenly gone, okay, I think I know what it is, but I didn't know what it was. But I've managed to watch the footage, but obviously that was footage from when we did it before, because unfortunately the wonderful Nico didn't travel with me on this trip. I was on my own, hence the reason why most of the footage is GoPro. I was lucky enough to have Armando and Celine. They came to the pool and filmed a bit for me, so some of the other footage is from them. But let's I've got to find a way now of training this. So this is the thing. When I'm coming down to barrel, I'm doing this, so both of my knees are forwards, and I need to find a way of doing more of this. So I've got to train myself, so when I'm on my backhand, instead of doing this, I've got to train myself to do more of this. And it doesn't feel natural to me. That's the problem, it doesn't feel natural. So I'm really excited to get back. I have a little lay down. I'm really excited to get back and show this learning that I've had to Clay and see if we can come up with a drill to help me fix this, because I think this might solve it, because it's not that I've done it on the forehand. It's not that I'm scared so much of the barrel. I'm a little bit scared of getting slammed into the floor each time. That's because I keep getting flipped over, and I need to, if I understood why I was getting flipped over, then I reckon I could nail it. So I think this is it. I think it's all down to these knee positions. So I don't know if it's something I can do on the Bosu ball, or maybe it's something I can even do on the surf skate, practicing lunging down on the surf skate. So I'm super excited that I've seen that. So I'm out of the wetsuit and into a three-piece suit. But this is the event that I am presenting at. I just walk up onto the stage, big slide there behind me. So this is a stage I'll be presenting on, and this is the audience. I think it's about 350 people. Not too sure, but it is a nice big room. I'm gonna record the whole show, give you a couple of little snippets of what it is that I do, so that you can see the other side of OMBE's Ant. Hands up if you know what a mentalist is. So hands up if you know what a mentalist is. Ladies, forget about Simon Baker. Oh. To share with you a few ideas when it comes to navigating the future. Now, as a mentalist, I make it look like I can predict the future. Some of you might even get the lucky chance to come up on stage with me. So, your job in this game of Psychic Cluedo is going to be to decide who our murderer is going to be. Now, your job is to choose the murder weapon. Fantastic, you thought my joke was funny. Fantastic, could you stand up for me? Your job is to choose the place where this is all going to happen. I wrote something down and I seal it up inside a little envelope. Today, a game of Psychic Cluedo will be played. The murderer will be named, and who have I written down?
Nicole Kidman.
Pen used will be a
Pen.
A pen. It will all happen in, I didn't get Whistler, but I did get
Canada.
Canada. All three things there on the piece of paper. I'll let you sit back down again, you can keep that. So a lot of what I talk about is going to be about communication. I started my own joinery business back in the UK when I was 21. I invested all of my time and energy into this business. These cracks that were starting to form started to send me into a world of negativity. And I had no idea that I was being this way. And the next day I woke up and I realized that the way that I acted, the way that I behaved, would have a huge impact on how other people interacted with me. Each and every single day I asked myself this question. It completely changed the way that I think and the way that I interact with each and every single day. And underneath some of your seats, I put a red sticker. Start feeling underneath, it looks weird, okay? From here anyway. If you have a red sticker, ooh, lucky you, our mind and body are connected. The way that we feel shows up in our body, but because it's a loop, we can use our body to change the way that we feel. I like to call it the 3 Bs. Breath, body, and brain. Please don't draw that, okay? Now, I talked to you before about when we're reading body language, we want to look for changes in behavior. That is you, am I right? It is you, okay. Take a minute. So that is number one, that is number one. So there is no way that I could have known what you would draw. So if I get this right, you're going to be genuinely impressed. Yep. And you'll be converted. Okay. It's as simple as that. 1, 2, 3, go. There it is there. I'm assuming that is a rabbit, yes? It is a rabbit. We have 2 rabbits there, ladies and gentlemen. Today is all about navigating the future. Whatever is going to happen in the future, like I said, we can't predict it. By focusing on the things that we can control rather than the things that are out of our control, it's going to put us in a much better place moving forwards. But guys, you've been absolutely fantastic. I've been Anthony today. I will see you out in the tea break room. Thank you very much. That's it. That's the end of our trip down here to Melbourne, to the wave pool, and then a bit of a peek behind the curtain as to what it is that Ant does outside of OMBE. I've actually got to fly back to the Gold Coast because I'm working another event tonight. But after that, I will be working on how to get my body in a much better position for pig dogging. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little trip with me, and yeah, end of the video because it's time, jump on the plane, go back to the Gold Coast.